Wow, Richie, what are you doing there so early? Boy, you fill right in. I brought your Bible in 1988. Wow. Yeah, I was a young man back then. That's before gray hair. What'd you do with my coffee? Here it is. Uh, wow, that's sweet of you. And actually, in theory, nothing has changed, since 1988. It's just that more people now realize how much money there is because of COVID that are showing you this. See, this has been going on in Washington for the 40 years I've been covering it, and now people say, oh my God, look at all this stuff they're watching. Yes, it always had this. You just were afraid or didn't know how to do it. Now you're hungry enough. That's why the people are hungry enough to look. Maybe they had easier ways to get money. It still was a struggle for a lot of people, and the rich people always use this. They no matter how it is, they 3 books. Wow, yeah, I wrote 100 books, but only about 10 have made money. So, yeah, I'm a big failure, man. You only have a 90% batting average or a 10% batting average. You're not going to make it in the majors, are you? Well, that's what I was. 100 books and only 10 made money. But that's what life is. That's why you may have to apply to 100 programs and only 10 you get money from. Nice fiddly fig tree. What's that? Oh, good. Oh, that's that thing. Oh, that's our Christmas tree. Let me put the lights on. See, little lights there. That's what we're doing for Christmas. Well, let's see. I don't know anybody on the Facebook group yet up. So that's a little less, but that's growing. I mean, the Facebook group probably is. I think, even though I've had a couple of New York Times bestsellers and everything, nothing as satisfying to me as the Facebook group. When mass marketing and mass merchandise and all that, everything, it's not sad. I mean, it's good for the ego and impress your friends or whatever the hell you work for, but helping people one-on-one and seeing the results. I mean, go in, if you're a member, go in and see the results that people are getting. And I just got another one today. I mean, she listed 10 things she got already because somebody was complaining. They logged on to Lesko Help and they said, hey, you got thousands of people. How come everybody's not getting money? Everybody doesn't. That's the name of the game. If you have a guarantee somewhere that you could do something and somebody's going to guarantee you're going to get a grant or money, they're not. They can't. That's why I try to charge as little as possible. That's why, to me, I want to be the $20 guy. I used to be the $20,000 guy. And that means you only help rich people. They're boring. It's no fun. They'll pay not only 20,000, they'll pay 100,000 to get it. They don't care what it costs. Money isn't, and so they don't even need the buddy money. And they're gonna look at now the billionaires. I mean, I think we almost in the last 10 years, doubled the increase in billionaires. I forget how many. We got 600 in the United States. We used to have 400 10 years ago. So I mean, they increased 50% in 10 years, man. And the average salary went nowhere. Okay, so I don't think we have to worry about rich people, right? They're doing fine. Don't worry. And it's the other people that have to know about these benefits. And that's why I feel compelled to do this every single day of my life until I die. That may be tomorrow. I gotta go run again soon. Yes, that may be hit by a truck or something. Actually, there's very few trucks out there. There's very few people out in the streets or anything nowadays. And that's it. But what I want to talk about basically is make sure you start applying to these programs today. Okay. You have to start today because a lot of them are zero-sum game. If somebody else gets the money, you're not. And so that's why you have to start figuring out how to be first in line. I have a report. Okay, if you look in YouTube, YouTube, you see in the description, I have a free report, and it's a report I give to my Lesko Help members. So these are the kind of reports I get. So this shows you the 4 best programs in the new stimulus package that most people are going to be eligible for. This is the biggest, most important programs, I think, for us all. And it's money for your business. It's money to pay rent. It is. What can I think of it? And it's a stimulus to the IRS thing. And it's also unemployment. So those are the big 4 programs. And I have and more important than the links to find out how to apply to these. See, a lot of them we don't even know yet. That's why you have to start looking now. Don't wait until everything's all set up. No, you have to prepare now. Okay. It's sort of like, you're going to prepare for a flood when the flood starts. No, you prepare now. That's the important. You're going to prepare for a hurricane when you get the warning that it's going to be here in 3 days or something, or 3 minutes. No, you prepare now. So we know these programs are going to be there. It's going to take them weeks, days, or whatever, months to get them set up. But no, you prepare now. You find out where these are, where you live, because they're going to be different every place. And if you're going to spend 3 days trying to find out when they're ready to give out the money, that's too late. It may be gone in 3 days. So you can't wait 3 days. When they say, "Okay, we're all set to to accept applications." No, that's too late. You can't do that. That's too late, baby. So you got to do that now. Okay, so that's the important thing. And if you're not doing it now, by the time it comes up, it may take you 3 days to figure it out, and then you're out in the street. Thank you for helping the people. Great mission you've been fulfilled. Yeah, I just can't think of anything better to do in life. But I just can't wait to get up. This morning I was up at 5 o'clock. I couldn't wait to make sure people know about this stuff. They signed the bill. It's all laws now. Okay, so you have that $600 to $2,000 from the IRS. And you have to figure, okay, they're going to take that for you. But there's a place in the IRS you could find out to make sure they have your address and things like that. If you got a check last time, then that's probably not a problem, okay? If you had trouble with it, so you want to go to the IRS website about, check your address to make sure you get that. Or your bank information or whatever it is. May be too late for this time, but it can't hurt. Thank you for helping the people in the Great Mission. Okay. And so that is important. Also, now I list 6 offices there that you have to have in your arsenal. In other words, you need an artillery. You need all the ammunition and the supplies. In other words, to go in there and fight this fight to find where that money is and to fight the bureaucrats. You don't have to fight them. It's a game. It's not a fight. Oh, there's Tina. You pocket called me the other day, didn't you, Tina? I'm not sure what it is, but I talked to your pocket. You have a nice pocket. So, and in that report, and if you remember, I have it there too. Download, write that. If you're not, just start a description. See, that's what in the membership, in the Lesko Help, all you do is start a discussion and say, "Hey, Lesko, I need this. Grandma needs a roof. My uncle needs to go back and get trained for a better job." Whatever the heck you want to fight in life, man. I just believe there's free money and help, to help you do that. Oh no, you can pocket call me all the time. It's fun. Call me more. And it's fun that I know this and it may help you. Again, I can't guarantee that a website I give you is, Lesko said call it. Yeah, he's right. We're just going to send you a check. Don't worry about it. You sit down, relax. You'll get the check in the mail in about 2-3 days. It doesn't happen that way. And the smart people, some people think it does, and they yell at me, and that's fine. I've been yelled at by not nice people. I mean, that's life, man. If you're not ready to take bruises, then you're not going to live life, and you're not going to have a good time in life unless you're living it. Sitting around and doing nothing and hoping everything will pass you by nice. No, that's not life. That's not fun either. Oh, Lance. Wow, how should you start an LLC now or on January 1? That doesn't matter. I don't know who the hell. Look for the money first. Yeah, you don't want to spend $800 on doing something you don't even know you're going to make money at yet. No, find out where you're going to get the money or where you're going to, I mean, to me, doing an LLC or a nonprofit is sort of like buying a dress before you get invited to the prom. Go get invited to the prom. Where are you going to get the money from? Does it make sense or whatever? Where's the customer? That's the important success of your business, not whether you're LLC. You're giving me money to join Lesko Help. You don't know if I'm an LLC or an asshole. I'm probably both. No, I'm not an LLC, but I've certainly been called the other thing quite a bit. How do I talk to you? Hi, Pristine. I don't do personal talk. That I can't afford that and help as many people as I want to help. I called the number for you. Our customer service phone. No, just start a new discussion, Pristine, in where you are now. Okay. And that's the best way to get a hold of it, because I see every one of those new discussions, and if it's something like your account, then Mary will fly out to you and make sure you're all okay. And if it's research, it's me or Monica or Rose. But I see them first, because if I think there's something special I can do, I'll put it right there for you. Because I've been studying this stuff for 50 years, and Monica and Rose are wonderful people because I think they love my customers more than I do. And the people who need help. I mean, they just die. They work even on their own time to help people or whatever. Rose, even this woman is trying to get a new roof on her house, and she called up the mayor of the city for the woman, that kind of thing. I mean, of course we can't do that all the time. We want to make you powerful enough to do things like that. That's our mission, is to make you not need us. There's no magic in the world. All it is trying to figure out the tools, how to use the tools, and whatever. So that's why I want to be the $20 man, that shows you all that for $20 and get you on your way so you could grow the way you want to grow. Nobody else should tell you how to grow but you. There's nobody else has the right to tell you how to grow but you. This is your life, and nobody could live your life better than you can. I can't even live my own life. How the hell am I going to tell somebody else how to live their life? We're all struggling. Are you the well, okay, Pristine, yeah, what are you trying to do there, Pristine? And let me zero in, start a new discussion. Like, you trying to start a business, you trying to get out of debt, let me do something that specifically, because that there are 20, 30, 40, 50,000 programs, So, I mean, that's why you get a lot of things, and some of them say may not work or whatever. And it is like all the words are in the dictionary. So you get the dictionary, but the dictionary doesn't do you anything good unless you know what words you want to know. And it's the same like this. There's all, thousands and tens of thousands of programs, but, it's a chicken and an egg. And that's why you have to go, I didn't see you running today. Oh, I'm out soon. And what I got, we have a thing I did in the lobby of our apartment building where we're giving gift cards and food to a local shelter around the corner. Actually, it's a housing coalition, really good people. So I got to go up and give them all the gift cards we raised and the food we raised for them. Question: can my MLM qualify for? Yeah, I don't ask a question of anything. I don't. The people giving out the money, everybody else is going to guess. Okay, and plus, it may be right for one program, but not for the other. So here's what you do: forget about any question. The 4 programs I have in that report, you just apply to every one of them. You got Apply to every one. Start figuring out how to apply to every one of them right now, today. The websites are more or less there. Now, the one for the rent, now that's the most important one because that's going to be only $25 billion and that will go quickly. So you have to start finding out where they are going to be in your area, and you could do that today. You could start doing that today, and I show you how to do that in the report there. And the same way with the business. Okay, even though you could go to the SBA doesn't have the new IDL and the new stuff there, but the applications are still there. Start reading all those applications so you know. Okay, and that's the people who tell you. People like me or whatever, we're guessing. It may change tomorrow. May change. No, the way to find. Do I have to be an LLC? Do I have to be an MLL? Can I do it? Apply anyway. And for all of those too, it's also for the unemployment. You can't believe what you may be eligible for. And what's the worst that can happen? They say no. That's where you are now. So nothing lost, nothing gained, but you learn, and that's the important thing. So you go. I mean, you want to go to the SBA and apply. You want to go to the one stop I show you in that report, how to apply for the pandemic unemployment, because that is not your father's unemployment. It's for all guys. You don't even have to have a job or ever had a job to collect that stuff. So that's why you want to just apply. Man, because they're all crazy. They don't know what they're doing, and they change their rules every day. So what you have to get is start getting in the system and learning and screwing up. If you're not screwing up, you're not doing anything. That's why if anyone is watching, I had a really good chat with my congressman yesterday. They didn't know yet about the rent relief as of yet. It will take a few days, maybe weeks, for the details to reach the state government. See? Okay. Nicholas knew. Okay. This is a member. Nick, he called his congressman's office. I have that information in that report. So you cheapskates know. I'm teasing you. That aren't members, download that report. I mean, look, if you could get 20 grand to pay the last 10 months of rent, man, I have nothing better to do in my life than to show you that and not try to squeeze some dollars out of you for something. When this is public information, this is our money. This is a democracy. We're losing it, but it's a democracy that we all should have access to. And the rich people do because they hire hot shots to make sure they don't miss anything. But you don't have to do that. You just have to learn how to do it. Question, I am 64. Do I need to get help to apply? Are the application... Yeah, I could say anything about it. I could say they're hard. Some are hard. I could say they're easy. Some are easy. Man, don't worry about that, Shirley. You got to find the goddamn application. Just go start with those 4. You're looking for those 4 applications because they're going to be the easiest. And truthfully, here's the truth about applications. You only need, if you're like, 80-90% of the applications are 3 or 4 pages, fill in the blanks. Okay, but don't trust me. Go get one. See, if you remember, I have a stock answer to this. I show you 10 applications for anything, and they're all a couple pages. That's it. And no matter what I say, it's going to be different for you anyway. So that's why. Forget about that. To me, all those are just. People put that stuff in your mind that stop you. So don't get rid of that stuff. Don't have anything stop you. Your objective is to try. Oh, she'll never go out with you. He'll never go out with you. Nah, I don't know. You don't know. You got to go and ask. Okay, somebody said, Nicholas, anyone check out the care relief grant, small bit? That's Gov't. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Even though it is a .com, I think it's part of the California.gov. I need help moving out of state. Okay, yeah, start a discussion, Bria, and I'll get you stuff. Close I get. I mean, there are some places, some states do that. Hey, okay, here you want to go to, this state because they have a better job opportunity, fine, and they have. I knew New York has something like that, and other states, or some of them have, some states have places where they want you to move there, so they give you money to move there, So there's things like that, or emergency money. See, every state has emergency money. You have any kind of emergency. There's 7 or 8 organizations that nonprofits and government offices that have emergency money to help you with emergency. Is there anything for honest people that did? Well, I mean, listen, I mean, see, when you say, is there anything for honest people who didn't take the PPP, or should I have? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's over. It doesn't matter whether you took it or not. And when you apply for anything new, they're going to say, are you an honest person? Did you apply and you forgot to? It doesn't matter. All that stuff doesn't matter. Yeah, I think you just start learn what's there and don't guess. Don't guess. The worst thing that stops us from doing anything is guessing. How do I get a refund for a loan when you already got the money? How do you get a refund for the loan? That doesn't make sense. Can you always use a stimulus check to pay it? How do I get a refund for a loan? How do I get a refund? I'm not sure what that means. I mean, and stimulus check you use for anything. I mean, that's a check, $600 they're going to send you for IRS. Cupcake paper. That sounds nice. How do we reapply for the PP? Yeah, go to the SBA right now. The new stuff is going to be up soon. So you apply again, no matter what happened. And whether you think you need to be a LLC or a EIN, or you figure that out all now. You may not have to. See, and that's why don't guess. Don't base your decisions on what I say or anybody else on the internet or the YouTube says about any program. You go to the program office, and even if you're unsure, you don't sound like it may be for you, you apply anywhere unless you have a better place to get the money. Because the worst that could happen, well, the best that can happen is they give you money. Right? And they cannot give you money at all unless you apply. So you're not going to get anything unless you apply. So even if you're wrong, it's better to apply and be wrong. And they say, oh, this lady's an asshole or an idiot or whatever, and you don't get the money. Fine. You don't have the money now. Yeah. Or something happens and you get it. I got another video I talked about the other day about a guy's been a member of the club for maybe a year, because we've only been a year for a while. You say, start a new discussion. Yes, Christine. Yeah. What do you mean by start? Yes, in the Facebook group. Start a discussion in the Facebook group. Tell me what you need. And I'll fly out. I wish I could, because helping people one-on-one is the best thing. Is the SB loan good for starting a business? Maybe, See, apply. It's going to max a half hour or whatever. You're going to blow, 12 of those today. So you could apply for 10 other things already, and that's the waste of time. That's why just don't discuss, don't consider, don't just apply. Yeah, apply. Everything else is anybody can answer any other way. Like you could say, I could find an answer any way I want about government programs. Are they hard? Yes. Are they easy? Yes. Are they a lot? Yes. Are they little? Yes. And if you don't need money, then screw it. Just look for the easy ones. If you need money, forget everything else. Lovely home creations. That's nice. A goddess. God bless. Oh, thank you. I need it. We all need help, man. We're all struggling in our own way, and that's why we have to respect other people's. What they're doing or trying to do in life. It may not be right to you, but there's a big world, man. There's a lot of ways to get through this world. There's billions, and some figure out what's right for them. It's not right for everybody, and that's the problem with help. We all think some expert. No, nobody's an expert on you except you. And what you have to figure out is alternatives that you didn't know about. So you could try them, and there's no guarantee any of them will work. But unless you have a straight arrow and Daddy Warbucks is going to write you a check, then you have to keep trying and failing. And that's the only answer that is available in our lifetime now. So please try. Please don't worry about what they say. Please just try again. and don't believe you have to get an expert to help you with a application. You call the office who's giving out the money if you need help filling out the application. If you can't get them to help, if it's a business application, then you call the local SBDC. I have all these people in the report that's for free. If you're it's in the beginning of the video that I started today. For those members, if you're not a member and you're on YouTube, then I have it in the description of this video. I want to find a grant for my brother to complete his master's. Yes, okay. You can start with those 6 sources I give you, people who give free help. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to get people. You don't go on Google. Believe me, please don't use Google to search for help unless you know the name of the office that you want. You'll just get too bogged down. Look at that report I have in there and contact them directly. And then if they can't help you, ask them, who else can help me? Who can you suggest that will help me? That's what you want to do. Let's see what I have. Preston. What is today? Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's today. Boy, you get old and in COVID, you forget what day it is. Are there grants for legal fees? Depends on legal fees. You probably get easier is free legal help, whatever the problem is. I think that's easier to get, and particularly if it's an organization that's screwing you over. It depends on what the legal fee is too. But yeah, there's enough. Like here, if you go to, okay, you need free legal help. Okay, download that report that I have in the description on YouTube, because you asked the question on YouTube. And in there is something called Just shelter.org. And I have a link there of all the free sources of legal help, so you don't lose your house or you don't get thrown out in the street or whatever. And PayPal prepaid can be used for stimulus deposits. Why do you need a deposit for a stimulus? I see. You could get. I see. You borrow $600 and you pay it back. Well, most of those, I don't know what PayPal is. I mean, they're a bank, so but if you're going to like people who do that, like H&R Block and everything, these are gangsters. I mean, they're charging you outrageous fees for that. I mean, the annual interest rate is like 1,000% or some ungodly thing. You don't want to do that. It's a bank check. It's a bank checking. Okay, I'm done. Really sure what he's talking about. Just Shelter computer. Yes, that's it, Paul. Yes. Okay. Look, because there in the community resources, all the legal help, the free legal help that's available in your state. And that's why that's a good place, because your landlord or your mortgage people, I mean, they're lawyered up, and you can't fight them just with what you know, because they'll waltz you around out in the street and believe they're doing it. You have to know your rights and how to interpret it your way. I mean, what astounds me is that we have 9 of the smartest people in the world interpreting the law, right, in the Supreme Court, and half of them interpret one way and half of it completely different. How can the law? I thought the law was the law. No. So 9 of the smartest people in our country don't agree on what the law is. So that's why you're going to take and fight some lawyer for your landlord or your mortgage company that all they're looking is for their interpretation of the law, versus, man, no, you got to see your interpretation of the law. So how do you get that free legal help? Just shelter.org, and there's the free legal help. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, man. You can't do that. I have a company that will employ more than 100 people. Is there a way to contact me? I don't want to hire 100 people. You could join the club or whatever, and that is look at. I have. In the report below. But yeah, Lesko Help is where I am. So www.lesko.com, leskohelp.com. Let me put that, www.lesko. LeskoHelp.com. Yes, that's me. And you can also try at now. Also, guys, what I've stopped taking comments. I mean, on the chat, that's fine because I could control that. But on YouTube and comments, I have them all private. I mean, you could leave me a comment and I'll see them, but I'm not having them for the public because there's so many scams that are going to this into the comments and say, hey, and they look like me. They grab my something or other. I don't know. They're smarter than I will ever be. Because they make it look like I'm writing you the letter and I'm not. And they say, oh, hey, Charlie saved my ass and he got me $10,000. I recommend him. And it's me saying that. It looks like it's me saying I don't. So that's why I have to cut that out until I figure out that. Actually, I'm still locked out of my Facebook account too. So this is the life we live. We have to know how to deal with this. I mean, it's dangerous out there, and you don't hide. You try to figure out it. You get hit a couple times, and then, okay, now what am I going to do? How am I going to get and make you stronger to live in this stuff? Apply even while you're working a job. Yes, apply for unemployment, even if you're working a job. If you're not making as much money as you did before, apply. Girls, shut up. What's that? Self-pity. What can I apply for if I'm an essential worker? Depending on me, you're going to get a stimulus check. You're going to rent. You got to pay rent. You get that money. It is. You got to apply. And start looking. And that's why I have the 4 basic ones. But more important than the 4 basic, all these people who help you for free on those subjects. That's what I want you to learn too. That you don't need all these so-called experts, and get away from this Google stuff for help. Then got notice that it was sent to a bank, and I called the bank and they didn't accept it. I'm not sure what that is, Cutie Pie, but if you have problems like that, call your elected official and see how they could figure that out. Because you need somebody in deep banks, or also consumerfinance.gov. If the bank, anybody in the financial industry screws you over, and they say they investigate within 14 days. Finance.gov. I don't know how to spell. Now, I make a lot of mistakes in life, okay, and I screw up a lot. And I get older, man, it's just going to get worse, sir. So if you yell at me, I'm going to get the law after you for elder abuse. If you say I screw up too much, okay, that's elder abuse. And that's important to do. Awesome. Hugo. Who's Hugo? I go. Hugo. What program was that? Miss Goddamn. I like that name. Yeah, and you know what the government considers you a senior? 40 is age discrimination. So if you lose a job because you think they hired somebody younger, and that could be age discrimination. How do you find out? You don't call a lawyer because they're going to charge you money or take half the money you're going to get. So you want to go to the government because they have offices that wrote the law that will tell you if you are eligible or if you got screwed legally or illegally or wwhatever. And they even investigate. So that's what you want to do. Can I use the PPP to go to the bathroom? No, to change my business model, like renting a just apply. I don't know I don't know. I mean, I understand. I mean, it's because you're asking about something you've never done before or whatever, and it's sort of like, hey, will that girl go out with me? Nah, I don't know. I don't know the girl. I don't know what you are. I don't know how you look. I don't know. Just go up and ask her. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. You don't have to worry about what I say. And see, I could be wrong. I did too much wrong. How do I find my senator? You go to Common Cause, download the report. Sweet Cutie Pie or Sweetie Pie, whoever you are, download. It's all in the report. I mean, so many people will ask me, "Oh, where do I find that?" It's in the description on YouTube. In the description. Nashville here. My ears are still ringing from the X-Men. Oh my God, I can hear you. Thank you for caring. Thank you, Beverly. Yeah, that's all we have for each other. Really, is care, and I think that. I'm sorry if I get overheated. I get frustrated because I know there's more people could get help if they try just a little harder. And how do I encourage you just to try a little harder? I still, I'm from DC and call them money and reach Eleanor Holmes on the telework on the January 1st. Oh, wonderful. And it is, I mean, how do I encourage you? Just try a little, and you may need more than that, trying just a little harder. And that's why I'm wondering how can I do that? And cool. See, everything in our society that is supposedly there to help us, because we're capitalistic, it's used by capitalistic people who just want your money. I mean, and it's so obvious to me in the last 10 years, we're billionaires, like, double the amount of billionaires in this country when the average salary went nowhere. And now, right or wrong, okay, you gotta survive, and we all have to do that. So changing the system, I don't have time to do. I mean, that's a gallant job, and maybe that you do it a little bit on time. But what you have to do is figure out what the system is. See, and I think we have a warped sense of what it is. All you have to do is hire an expert and you become a millionaire. Oh, I don't have money to hire an expert. Well, I'm sorry, young man, you can't become a millionaire. That's not true at all. And so you have to do it differently than that they expect to do it. That's one way to do it. That's another thing. There's 1,000 ways to do this, 1,000 ways to do anything. And you have to try enough to figure out what really works for you for the resources you have. And you have to keep going and doing that. And it's hard to be encouraged. That's why I think I always got married. When I was starting businesses, my first 3 businesses failed. And I think I was married. Link is at the top of live of the report. Thank you, Christy. And because somebody loved me, even though the society was beating me up every day because nothing was working. One idea opens another. Absolutely. And ideas in our mind, I see at my mind. Peter, contact your local community action. Yes. Community action agency. I think it is, Tina. Yes. They're wonderful places. They know the basic stuff. I mean, that's just a start. I mean, everything is just a start. Nobody's going to know everything. And that's why you have to keep going. So if someone says there's no, to them, they don't know everything. The world's too big to know everything. I keep getting fooled all the time. And the only bottom line, all this is perseverance. That's why I have hearts now, because it's not about the questions and the answer. It's about you having enough heart to work, to keep going when things are shitty and nothing happens. That, to me, is about not knowing where to go, because that may or may not be the answer. It's what do you need if that doesn't work? Can you say the site address again? Help me. What site address, Prestine? I'm not sure which address you want. Prestine. This is my friend. But there is in the title on the Facebook group, in the title, the headline, I have the report on this. Thank you. The link is at the top. Oh, that's what you were saying. Christine, thank you for helping. Hi, Les. I'm in Florida. Good. I wish I was. It's cold up here. So that's important to do. Thank you, Matthew, for your loving service. Thank you so much, Mike. I believe that the structure that are currently in place now simply doesn't work. It works for some people, and most of them are running the structure, so it's fine as far as they can see. But there's too much cracks. First of all, before you change the world, you got to change you so that you're surviving, and that you're supporting yourself. then you could start working for the rest of us, but that's, I think, the most important thing we have to do, is that kind of work, so that we're not a burden to the system, and we're strong enough to contribute. You can't help anybody else until you're strong. If you're not strong, then you have to concentrate on you. And then you can love other people. But if you're all screwed up, that's hard to give. You can't give if you're hurting too much. County Action Commission Agency, yes, whatever. I forget what if you Google Find My Community Action Agency, there's a link of the association of all those people that let you put in your address and find the local one. I post your vids for the Beep Talk So they need right now. You're so down to earth and real. Such a hard find these days. Thank you, Luca. Okay, I gotta go over to the shower. I gotta run, or I'm gonna be a short, fat kid again if I don't run. I just did another video I'll put up when I come back running on the on a 75 grant programs that are going to disappear in the next 2 to 14 days. So you want to look at those to see if there's something there for you. And that's important. But I just did the video on it. I haven't put it up yet because I wanted to do this live with you guys. It's very exciting up there. Start applying to these stimulus programs. Please start applying to the stimulus programs. It's very important because you don't want it to be all baked in, and then you start looking, where the hell do I apply? No, see, somebody said they don't know yet where to get the grant money for rent. Okay, well, go to other ones. I mean, go to Just Shelter again. Call 211. Call, AuntBertha.org. All these people, call every one of them and say they don't know, yes, but ask them, well, where likely is it? See, they know, because a lot of these programs have offices set up that handle the last one. They'll handle the last one. Also, in the next 3 days, there's a lot of COVID programs that are going to be running out of money, or they have to stop giving it out, and they haven't given out all the last COVID programs. So you have to start looking for your COVID money now, okay? That from the last one, and the new one. So you got old and new, something old, something borrowed, something blue. Was it something about weddings or something? Where should I start? It's a lot of good information and out of excitement. I like, oh my God, where do I start? Okay, Renee, start a new discussion. Tell me what state you were in, okay? Tell me what state you're in. And then click the report that's in the description, okay? In this description, I have a report. I'm talking to Lesko help member. Oh, actually, well, on YouTube, it's in the description also. But on top of this discussion or this video, whatever you call it, there's a link. Download that. That's where to start this. And then start a new discussion and tell me, Lesko, I really need rent money, or I need to fix my house. I need a better job. I want to start a business. My wife hates me, whatever. I can relate to all those. Take care, and thank you for being there, people, so much that you give me the best gift in the world by just being there. So I thank you so much.